Hey, I know a lot of you have probably already seen these pictures, but a few people have asked me to do a slideshow, and I had a really slow work day, so I was able to put this together, and here you go. I hope that you like it. Okay. I really cannot believe that Pat actually took this picture, and what happened was, I don't know if you realize this, but in certain parts of the world, there's a huge problem with airport thieves. And I don't mean like the regular types of pickpocketing or bag snatching that can occur at random all over the world. Obviously, there are thieves everywhere. But I mean a whole cottage industry type of thing with carefully planned distractions, including really, really sweet and innocent-looking children pretending to be lost and in need of help, while their partners in crime are out over on the other direction stealing your stuff. So apparently this is a huge problem in Lima. And yeah, my stuff got stolen, and then basically I had to make do with whatever clothes I could borrow, and this is what I ended up in. This is not an outfit that I would generally choose, people. This is what happens when I have to depend on the kindness of strangers. I am so glad I got my stuff back the next day, and I'm still not sure who paid off whom to make that happen, but honestly, I don't even care, just as long as I did not have to be seen in this outfit again. Okay, this picture is pretty self-explanatory. This is a bunch of us getting off the plane in Iquitos. I don't remember who took this picture. I was so exhausted from the trip, and then we had a little bit of a bouncy landing, and I had a huge catecholamine surge, and I just remember really feeling grateful to be alive and finally off of that flying metal tube. It may have been Molly. I know Molly met our plane, and it was probably her taking the picture, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, that's me in the red tank top, and behind me is Nicole, and then Jess V, and of course Pat Mahaney, bringing up the rear, and he is the one who somehow talked me into this whole trip. So thanks, Pat. This is me in my bed in Iquitos. I cannot explain in words how very grateful I was to be finally at my final destination in my own clothes, in my own little space. After Jess V took this picture, I crashed. I was out like a light. I think this photo was from our third clinic day. So left to right, there's me, Pat, and Molly. The I Love Dogs banner really made me smile. I am wearing my Superfly sunglasses, and I don't care what anyone says about them. My eyes were happy underneath them, and that is really all that matters because that sunlight was a killer. We took this picture pretty early in the morning. By the end of the day, we would have looked a lot more bedraggled. I think I usually started sweating even before I got out of the shower down there. Okay, I admit it. I am not a huge fan of spiders. My mom used to read me that Be Nice to Spiders book when I was a kid, and I understand that spiders are a part of nature and they serve a purpose, but I can't help it. They completely creep me out. If I'm being totally honest, I have to admit I could cheerfully live the rest of my life without ever seeing another spider. So, certain people on this trip felt it was appropriate to tease me about my spider aversion. And when Jessica found this mounted tarantula shadow box for sale in the local market, she gave it to me as a souvenir. Very funny, Jess. Just wait till Christmas. I have something special saved for you. Dr. V and I got lucky enough to see a new litter of puppies one day. Peruvian puppy breath is just as awesome as the puppy breath I am used to here in the States. Jess doesn't like this picture. She says she needs a root touch-up. I think she should just grow it out, but whatever. I don't know what kind of puppies these little guys were. They look like the typical stray dog type we saw down there. Heinz 57 Iquitos blend, I guess. Remind me not to travel with Patrick Mahaney ever again. I actually love yoga, but not at sunrise, and definitely not when I have to hike an hour and a half through the jungle in the dark to reach the perfect place to greet the morning sun. This picture may look like we're having a great time and being spiritually renewed and enjoying a beautiful sunrise, and I guess in a way we were. But again, really, really not my thing. I have always had an interest in shamanistic practices and ethnobotany, medicine men, that kind of thing. So when Pat suggested we visit the shaman, I was all for it. I can't really share what we specifically learned from this man that you see here in the red outfit, but it was a really intense experience. I recently heard that Robin Quivers from the Howard Stern Show took a trip to Peru just recently, and she visited a shaman. And I'm not saying we did the same stuff she did, but I'm not saying we didn't either. Oh, I can't even look at this picture without feeling sick to my stomach, and so relieved that I'm not on that bridge anymore. I had no idea how much back and forth motion there is on these rope bridges. I wish I could have just relaxed a little and enjoyed the view, but I just kept thinking the entire time that my life might be ending any second. I think I have some fear of heights that was really expressed very strongly in this situation, and honestly, it's making me queasy just thinking about it, so I'm going to move on to the next slide. Here I am with June, covered in beautiful fly bites. Ugh, so disgusting, so itchy, really unpleasant. But this picture really captures the essence of the trip. It wasn't about me or my bug bites or my spiritual growth or my arachnophobia or my sightseeing. It was about these animals. I was so glad we helped so many of them, including the sweet little kitty. And here I am, rocking my tarantula t-shirt. I will never live down the spider thing at this point, I'm sure. We have June next to me in the back, and then Jess, Pat, and Nicole in the front. I'm so grateful to have had the chance to work with all of these people. This was our last day in Peru, and we hung out at a coffee house for a while, and we just talked about the whole experience, shared some of our plans for the future. It was kind of bittersweet, knowing we'd all be separating and not seeing each other for a while. We might hook up at NAVSEA next year. That would be really cool. The coffee, by the way, was amazing. These Peruvians should totally come up here and take over Starbucks. Starbucks would not last 10 minutes against them. So that's the end of my slideshow. I hope you liked it. Here's hoping business picks up soon around here because this was fun, but it sure does not pay the bills. I'll catch you all in the next mini-sode. Okay, bye-bye.